Welcome back to the Kwasi Arsenal channel. My name is Kwasi. Welcome back to a brand new video. Nico Williams is apparently hunting for a house in London in what could be a Premier League summer move. Now, Chelsea and Arsenal are both interested, and Football Transfers are saying that this could be an indication of where Nico Williams is going to be playing his football come next season. Now, we'll talk about this deal. We'll talk about the two obstacles that Arsenal are considering on Nico Williams, which is the wages and also the release clause being paid at once. Can Arsenal really find a way around the wages for Nico Williams? And also, can we find a way around that £51 million being paid at once? If Arsenal can find a solution to those two obstacles, 100% Nico Williams is a big option on Mikel Arteta's shopping list. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel as well. Let's get into it. Now, Football Transfers are saying that this is the latest news on Nico Williams, transfers, rumors, and everything that you need to know. And they're saying that in a move that will perhaps indicate where his mind lies, Nico Williams has reportedly started looking for a house in London as he prepares for a summer move. They're also saying that Williams has all but confirmed he will leave Bilbao this summer due to a €60 million release clause in his contract, which teams such as Arsenal and Chelsea are willing to activate. And reports in Spain are claiming that Williams is already looking for a home in London, with the Premier League said to be his most likely destination. So, we have had talks, we have had stories before in the past about players apparently looking for houses and they have never arrived to the Premier League. And if you're an Arsenal fan, you remember Max Allegri were looking for a new manager, and it was reported that Max Allegri was house hunting in London, and we all thought maybe Allegri is coming to Arsenal. That didn't happen. Philippe Coutinho was house hunting. That didn't happen as well. Could this be something that indicates that maybe Nico Williams is going to be moving to the Premier League, moving to London? Chelsea, Arsenal, both interested? Maybe, maybe not. But one thing we know for sure is that Mikel Arteta is a big fan of Nico Williams. And if it's not about the obstacles that Arsenal are looking at, the wages and release clause being paid at once, I think Nico Williams would have been one of the first signings of the summer for Arsenal. I mean, Mikel has followed this guy for almost 2 years now, and we have never signed anyone. I don't know whether in the past Arsenal failed to sign wingers because they were waiting on Nico Williams, but think about it. Arsenal have wanted a winger for about 4 years now, and we've never signed one. We signed Leandro Trossard. There was a time when we were about to sign Mikhail Modric. That deal didn't happen. And ever since then, we have been following one guy, and that is Nico Williams. So maybe this is the summer. Maybe this is the transfer window where Mikel Arteta gets his man. And we have been told that a move for a left winger by David Stein, a move for a left winger at Arsenal is going to take some time. It is not going to be as quick and as early. We're going to have to see a couple of departures. It's a deal that could be done in July. It's a deal that could be done maybe early in August or later in the transfer window. So maybe this deal could happen, but I don't think it's going to happen in June. I don't think it's going to happen early in the transfer window. So what is the reliability of Football Transfers? I wouldn't really say this is a reliable report or a credible report. And again, someone house hunting, it's very, very difficult for you to identify. It's information that's very difficult for you to get unless you have special contacts with special brokers. So I don't think this is a report that would get me very excited, but it got me asking one question, right? What does it mean if Nico Williams is really going to join the Premier League? Could that mean that Arsenal have won the race? That's number one. And number two, can Arsenal find a way to the obstacles for this deal? Because don't get me wrong, I've seen a few people quite agitated about Nico Williams asking for about 300k, 250k per week. He deserves it. He's a player that is in form. He's a player that is really worked hard in the last 2 years. And I think he's one of the best left wingers in the world right now. So he deserves whatever kind of money he's asking for. Maybe 300k is a bit too much. About 200 for me would do the deal. But can Arsenal find a way around these wages, right? Can Arsenal find a way around the release clause as well? So for me, with the wages, I think we can find a way, right? I think we can find a way. He's earning about 168,000 euros per week. I think Arsenal can find a way on wages. One, we can talk to the player and his representatives and give them a deal. He stays on the current wages, but if Arsenal win, he get anything. If we win the Premier League or the Champions League, he gets the wages that he wants. I mean, it's as simple as that. You come into a club, you want premium money, premium wages. You come in and help us achieve our dream of winning the Premier League or our dream of winning the Champions League, then 100% you deserve the money you're asking for. We can give you 250,000 the moment Arsenal win the Champions League or the Premier League. That is condition number one. Number two, Arsenal could do this. Give him 200,000. That is a small raise compared to what he's earning. He's earning around 168,000. So if you give him 200k, that's about 40,000 more than what he's earning, or 32,000 more than what he's earning. I'm not very good at math. And then huge bonuses, because we know that these deals, it is not plain money. You have a lot of bonuses, you have a lot of rights in there. So maybe Arsenal could say, listen, we're gonna give you 200,000 or 210,000, 220,000, but you'll have a lot of bonuses. If we get to the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League, you'll get your bonuses. If we get to the semi-finals, you'll get your bonuses. If we win the Champions League, you'll get your bonuses as well. And in the Premier League, it's the same thing. If you score 10 goals, you'll have a bonus. If you score 20, you'll have a bonus. If you assist 10 times, you'll have a bonus. I think we can find a way, we can negotiate our way around the wages. I don't think they're going to be a premium problem, and they won't be of premium difficulty. Right at the moment, why Nico Williams and his entourage are saying we don't want to negotiate with anyone is because they know every single club out there is 100% willing to sign their player. But that will change in July, and that will change in August as well. If all clubs are looking at Nico and they're like, I would rather go for a Semenyo because of the wages. I'd rather go for a Brian Buemo because of the wages. Then in the end, what you're going to have is the camp of the player is going to settle down and be willing to negotiate. So I think the wages, we can find a way. Now, the release clause is a problem because Bilbao are either going to negotiate, it's 60 million euros, the same as Martin Zubimendi. Either Bilbao are going to negotiate with us, or they're not going to negotiate with us. That is the only problem with this one. And I think with the release clause, this is what Arsenal can do. We can try to do what we did with Martin Zubimendi. Talk to Real Sociedad, give them 60 million euros, right? Or more than 60 million euros. You can give them 70 million euros. But allow us to pay in a flexible manner. If they want this money up front, because that would not give Arsenal the flexibility, they want to work on other deals. So if they want this money up front, can we ask for maybe 3 installments or maybe 4 installments and pay 10 million euros more or 5 million euros more or 8 million euros more? I think that could work because we've done it with Real Sociedad and it worked. But of course, you've got to think about Arsenal and Real Sociedad have got a very good working relationship, right from Nacho Monreal to Mikel Merino, now Martin Zubimendi. We've got a working relationship with Real Sociedad that we don't have with Atletico Bilbao. But I think the 51 million can be worked around. The only problem with this one is that Bilbao are willing to keep the player. So if no one signs the player, they can keep him, give him the wages they actually are giving him, or even better because they can afford it, right? So it's gonna be about can Bilbao bend a little bit, and can also Nico Williams in terms of the wages bend as well. And then there is player sales, right? Where player sales come in is first and foremost, if we can let go of some players from the squad, then the wages won't be a big problem. Let's say Fabio Vieira leaves, Lokonga leaves, Notavares leaves, all those players leave 100%, and they're no longer getting their paycheck or any part of their paycheck from Arsenal. Then maybe you have a player like maybe Kivio leave, or if we can sell some players, it's very difficult, but if you can talk about a Gabriel Martinelli, if Martinelli can leave, right, and Nico comes in, I think we can work with the wages, right? And that's where sales come in. And also in terms of raising money, if Arsenal can get enough money through sales, maybe 80 million, maybe 90 million, we shall be able to pay that 51 million pound release clause. So it's not all doom and gloom, but we wait to see what happens with the Nico Williams situation. I'll see you right in the next one tomorrow.